Hi all, I would like to talk to you about the Syrian civil war going on in the Middle East. A refugee is someone who is unable or unwilling to return to their home country due to fear of ethnic, religious, or political persecution. Ever since the anti-government demonstration in March of 2011, Syria has been in a state of destruction, devastation, disagreement, and civil war, causing an estimate of 5 million citizens to seek asylum elsewhere and another 6.3 million to be forcibly removed from their own country and to live somewhere else in Syria. 5 years after the first gunshots of this conflict, the Syrian people and the rest of the world are in a state of confusion and still looking for a resolution. So while this issue may seem distant to us Americans and too far for us to worry about, the Syrian conflict is something I believe that affects us all, the citizens of the world. So I think it is important for us to comprehend what Syrians are facing, and to do this we need to know why there is a conflict, who is involved in the fighting, and what is being done to stop it. CNN reports that since 2011 an estimated 400,000 Syrians have been killed and another 11.5 million refugees. Prior to March 2011, peaceful demonstrations had been occurring throughout the country, and they wanted the government to be more democratic, and they requested that President Assad resign from office. So Assad, who according to Arthur Carlston Whelan was a straight shooter, a very respectable for the people leader, but in return became a bloodthirsty, money-hungry, and very horrible towards his people. In Daria, Syria, a group of teenagers were arrested for protesting and writing democratic slogans at their school. Their arrest also led to their torture, which led to an outrage by the protesters pushing for a more democratic government. Initially, the self-defense, the protesters acquired weapons so they could defend themselves from the government forces. However, the acquisitions of these weapons led to formulation of coalitions, which then executed attacks on government officials throughout the cities of Syria. So, who else has been taking part in this conflict between Syria and the rebel forces? Originally, the conflict was between the Syrian government and the rebel forces, but interventions have occurred throughout Russia, the US, and the Islamic State, aka ISIS. In August of 2013, the UN declared that President Assad used chemical warfare on the rebel forces, which was a major war crime, which sparked the attention of the United States. It progressed to almost the point that the U.S. wanted to put boots on the ground. However, this did not happen, but the ISIS, an extreme jihadist group, saw the ability to take control of the country, and so they invaded cities, and ordered to gain followers and expanded their network and operations. Due to the fact that Russia and the United States were both against ISIS, they began to order airstrikes against them. Unfortunately, the airstrikes have done more harm than good for the citizens of Syria. While may have killed some members of ISIS, they have also killed many, many innocent civilians that were living in the cities being targeted. In Syria, it can be hard to see the light at the end of the tunnel, but efforts are being made by the rebels and President Assad, as well as US and Russia. US and Russia are making efforts to have ceasefires and humanitarian efforts to help Syria. Although ISIS has yet to have talks with any force other than itself, this has made the resolution difficult. For refugees, millions of them have found asylum in other countries. For example, Turkey has taken in more than 2.5 million refugees, while other countries have led humanitarian efforts like Lebanon, Jordan, Germany, and Hungary. So what was originally a peaceful protest, the conflict in Syria has taken an unprecedented toll not only on the people of Syria but also the rest of the world. My biggest fear is that this issue will get thrown under the table by Americans and not taken seriously. I think as a human being, this should cause us great concern. I would like to read you a quote from George Santana. Those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it. Thank you all for listening and have a great day.